Well, then I will bring up Haven Roberts. Please come forward. And then after that, why don't I bring up Dan O'Connor? Welcome. Please introduce yourself for the record and who you represent.
Hi. My name is Haven Roberts. I'm a volunteer advocate for the Colorado Cross Disability Coalition, the only statewide organization run by and for people with disabilities. We support the right to rest. I'm here to talk about a few of the many reasons people become homeless, as well as my risk of being homeless. Homelessness is a complicated issue. When hearing arguments, please don't let stereotypes form your decision. I've heard homeless people are drug addicts. There's lots of generalizations, but I'm not going to go through them. They're very misleading and irrelevant to the discussion. Let's start with a story that surfaced the other day. Marie Hatch moved into her wood shingled cottage 66 years ago. This was around the time the first color TV came out and Harry Truman was president. A good friend of hers was the landlord, and she told Marie she could live there for the rest of her life. Ownership passed down through the friend's family and ended up in the hands of the friend's granddaughter's spouse. Spouse said the verbal agreement had died when his wife passed. Both Marie and a 97-year-old lady struggling with cancer and her 85-year-old roommate were served with a notice to vacate. Neither woman can afford to find a new place to live, nor have relatives they can move in with. There's a good chance they'll both wind up on the streets. This isn't a stereotype of a homeless person, because this could be any of us. I'd like to tell you a little of my story and why I'm at risk of losing a roof over my head. In my early 20s, I started struggling with epilepsy and other neurological disorders. When I was 29, I was finally able to access a treatment that got me back on my feet. Between 29 and 31, my mother went broke by putting my rent on credit cards and sending me boxes of food. One very important point to keep in mind, I have a strong support people. A lot of people have no one. I was a stay-at-home father through my 20s. When I was 31, I got this first job I really needed to support myself. Basically, I started in my 20s and my 30s. 8 years later, I've climbed to the top rate of pay for my position and have some decent benefits. Problem is, I don't have anywhere near full-time, and I can barely afford to live in the city. If I didn't get paid weekly, I would be getting an eviction notice. I would be waiting till March 3rd to pay March rent. In April, my first payday will be past grace period, so I left hoping I get enough hours with my unpredictable schedule. Because my employer gives me an average of 25 hours, I have no savings. My health issues are stable now, but they act back up, I would not be able, I would run out of money to live on.
Wrap up, please.
All right, I'll just read the conclusion and I'll leave some copies with. Everyone in this room has unique circumstances and faces having to call the street their home. We have the same rights as citizens and deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. People with or without disabilities are at high risk of being homeless. People with disabilities live every day with the chance of their insurance not approving life-saving medication or things like a mobility device breaking down. These events can and do stop people from earning a living. In turn, they have to rely on our safety net to get by. With the cost of living skyrocketing in Denver and other Colorado communities, our safety net isn't so safe. Homeless or not, we are all just another lion in the lion pack. Please support our fellow humans' right to survive and pass House Bill 161191.
Thank you.